Welcome back to the AB Scale Project. I'm Krieger. This is Off Bravo, and today we've got the new Age of Prime's Quickstrike, and he looks pretty cool. Like that face going on there. Pretty neat. Turn around here, everything is pretty well compact. Also, so far so good. Articulation is everywhere because he's got a big joint there. You can kind of flick those out of the way if you need to a little bit. And has a joint there. His thing can close. And all these joints in his snake head. Waist. I mean, he's got, like I said, everything that you need. And almost extreme ankle tilt. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I like him. And pretty close to the show appearance. So, all around, not bad at all. So let's bring in the previous winner, which was the original Beast Wars, and you see a little short. When in actuality, he should have been about the same size as Rat Trap here. So the new one does a lot better for scale, and like I commented in my original video, the one that the original wasn't close to scale to begin with. So. But it was all we had, but now we have this new one. So, hooray for us. Alright, let's check out his Fusor alt mode. And here we got Quickstrike in his scorpion / snake mode. It actually looks pretty good. I like it. Looks a lot like the old one, just bigger. And of course he has all the articulation in his tail, all those joints, so you can do whatever you want with that. The mouth does open. There is a peg in there for a blast effect. You kind of rotate it around where you can actually use it. So that's cool. And one thing I didn't cover, that there is a blast effect hole in the middle of the claw hand too. So he does have some combat ports on the bottom of his feet as well, or inside the clippers, so you can stick something in there if you want to. So that's pretty cool. And of course he has 5mm peg up here. No accessories that I saw. So yeah, pretty neat. Let's compare him to the original. It's like, it's a Father-Son Day at the Scorpion exhibit today. But yeah. Just so you can see the size difference between these two, size and color, but otherwise they look pretty close. Less clear plastic on this guy, so less that's apt to break. But yeah, and actually not gaining a whole lot in really posability, because they have pretty much the same joints. But this one, the new one, definitely looks better and stands up a bit better. So yeah, no real complaints. Works pretty cool. And you get some good stiff joints on the feet right now. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go on and do our final comparison. So, is this our new IDW G1, or in this case, Beast Wars Quickstrike? I'm going to say yes, just because it meets the scale, looks closer to what we saw on screen, and overall, really good. So, the new Quickstrike is the Age of Prime's Quickstrike. I mean, and look at that posability. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. And finally for today, we have Quintus Prime. And for this guy, I'm going to go ahead and start at the end, because I'm going to do a bunch of gratuitous shots of group pictures. So, we'll start with what I was using before as Quintus Prime. I was just using the Cyberverse Quintuson, which this obviously is Quintus Prime. So this is the only purpose-built Quintus Prime, so it's going to be our Quintus Prime. So get that out of the way. Now we'll do another size comparison here. We'll bring in our current Quintuson Judge size. And they look pretty good together. I mean, I think that... Oh, it's got to be on death. I think that size works between the two of them. All right, let's get into the figure itself. He comes with his Emberstone. And we'll go ahead and get that back tapped in. Anyway, comes with its Emberstone. The Emberstone can be stored in his back. And incidentally, this is where it comes in the package. So if you go through the package and you can't find the Emberstone, it's right here. You got to open up the back, take it out, and that fills in the hole up there so it looks better. He does have light piping. I don't know how much of it you can actually... It's difficult to see, but there is some light piping out back there. The whole back of his head is open. So, yeah. Articulation-wise, once we get all this clear, there's his first set of tentacles there. But get those tentacles out of the way. Get full joint there, outward joint there, a little bit extra there from transformation. He's got all that. He has a wrist swivel, has a waist swivel. Underneath all these skirts, he's got transparent legs that will do everything that your legs are supposed to do. A little bit extra, again, transformation joints, but yeah, and extreme ankle tilt. So, yeah. Get all the skirts down, stop doing the Marilyn Monroe, and of course bonus tentacles down there. So you can tell that he's the father of the Quintessons. Okay. Not much more to say about it. We've done our comparisons. We know he wins. So let's go ahead and check out his ship mode. And here we got Quintus in his ship mode. And he looks very squiddy. Yeah, definitely very squid. And you can tell he just kind of puts his hands up and his legs tuck in. And that's about it. And he is also a triple changer. Watch this. Yoop. Yoop. And there's his second ship mode. Yeah, it's actually in the instructions. That's yeah. But anyway. Yeah, that's about it. Give him a 360 there. The upper and lower skirts are actually tabbed into the legs. These can come out in case you need some wings or something. Yeah. And for a comparison, we'll pull in the Transformers 1 Quintesson. So you get two ship modes here. And this one still gives me Zendrati vibes. This kind of gives me Squid. But anyway, let's go ahead. Next up, we're going to take a look at where we are with all of our primes currently. And here he is lined up with our primes thus far. And I think we're pretty good. Pretty good looking group, I think. We're doing pretty well. We got Amalgamus coming soon. And I think, where are we at now? We're at 9, 10. So we got 3 more coming somewhere. Yeah, no, it's a good looking group. I think we're set up pretty well to have us a definitive set of primes. All right, one last group shot. You don't know how hard it was to frame this shot with a Titan with the others, but here we go with Quintus and an example of most of his descendants here. I was tempted to drag everything out, but I'm kind of on a timetable, so yep. There we go. I had to get a shot of at least a good number of the Quintesson group, especially since I added overcharge to the group. So, yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. And that's it for the day. Both of these really good figures. So, thank you for joining us today on the AB Scale Project. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.